Hey everybody, and welcome to NYA Acceleration International Web Summit 2015 session number 6. Now, we are officially starting the second half of this event. Just a week ago, we kicked things off with the very first session. We've had 5 sessions down, 5 sessions to go, right? And I am so pumped up with the feedback we've been getting has been phenomenal from everyone who's been getting back to us, letting us know how this event has been impacting them, how it's been making a big difference for them. And I want to say I'm really pumped up, really excited, especially tonight because we're going to have an absolutely wonderful one. With the speaker we have lined up. I want to thank everyone who's tuned in tonight from wherever you are in the world. I want to appreciate those people who turned up in 2013 and are turning up again, those who've been reaching out and inviting others to be a part of this event, and those who've been turning up for every single session. I want to appreciate every one of you, and I want to promise you that as you plug into what we're doing, as you plug into every single session, as you go out and apply what you hear, what you learn from these sessions in your life, in your career, in your business, in your relationships, in everything that you do, I can almost guarantee that 2015 is going to be better than any year you have ever experienced so far. Now, what is this thing all about? For those of you who maybe you're attending for the very first time, the Acceleration International Web Summit is an event that we put together where we bring in 10 of the top speakers from across the globe, from here in Europe, North America, Africa, the Caribbean. We bring in the best, and there's a reason for that. Because we're not just bringing you in here to excite you. We're not just bringing you in here just to make you feel good. That's not what this is all about. But what this is all about actually is we're looking to help launch you into the new year and give you enough momentum for you to literally just soar and take you all the way through. So yes, we do bring motivation, but even beyond motivation, there's hints and tips and tactics and strategies that you can use, and it's not just, it's holistic development. So we focus on your career, your health, your business, your finances, your relationships, everything about the whole person, your spiritual growth. It's about the whole person, and just helping you to be the best person that you can be in the year 2015. We've had some amazing sessions over the last week. If you've missed any of them, I must say you have missed a great deal. The good thing, though, is you still have 5 sessions that you can benefit from and get great value from. Now, I am really particularly excited with our our speaker tonight. This is a gentleman who I got to meet him last year, and when I spoke to him, one of the things I noticed was his passion and his energy. Now, our trainer for tonight, his name is Simone Vincenzi. He's an Italian, and he lives in London. He's an award-winning author, a speaker, inner confidence catalyst, and he's the co-founder of an organization called GTEx. Now, he founded GTEx with the purpose of creating a world where every individual is connected with their true purpose in life, so they can basically make a living doing what they love. Now, at the age of 19, he was already managing a Michelin star restaurant, and he chose to change what was already a successful career. So he'd done very, very well running a restaurant successfully at 19. So this is a guy who got started early, went out there, got into the trenches, and was able to start getting some amazing results. Now, he then chose to change what was already, so he built a successful career, and then he chose to move away from that, follow his dreams, and to make an impact in the world. And so since founding GTEx, Simone has been delivering what he calls the Purpose to Abundance workshops in the UK and Italy. Now, he's spoken in front of massive crowds of up to 2,000 people. I mean, he's full of energy, but not only that, he's not just talking theory and all that, but it's what's worked for him that he's bringing to the table, and he's sharing it with us. Now, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce us to our speaker and trainer for tonight. Please, Simone, over to you.
Wow! Thank you very much, DJ, for the introduction. Well, you got me emotional actually. Is thank you, thank you, thank you. It's an honor for me here. Thank you very much for those of you that are watching and are participating to New Year's Acceleration. And what I really believe, what I really truly believe from the bottom of my heart, is that everyone should be given an opportunity to live their purpose in life. Why do I believe that? Because I've experienced the impact that finding my own purpose in life had in my own life. Obviously, it's not been all roses and flowers is life for everyone. However, as soon as I connected with my purpose, this is when things really change. So what I'm really passionate about is supporting the individual, as CJ said, to focus and understand what is their true purpose in life. What is your true purpose in life? And in particular, once you have the awareness of it, how can you live it every single minute of your life? Imagine if living every single minute of your life feeling meaningful, feeling satisfied, feeling fulfilled, feeling abundant. How would your life be? Obviously, for me, it has not been an easy journey. And I'm going to share with you also a bit of struggles that came along the way. But what I really want to give you tonight is like a secret recipe. A secret recipe that you can use, and that I've used, and that hundreds of my clients have used now, to really live your true purpose in life. And I hope you're ready for it, because you're going to take a lot of notes. It's going to be quite interactive as well. So stay tuned and stay ready. And also, at the end of the talk, so stay until the end, because I have a surprise for you. I will share with you something that helped me in a matter of a second to attract what I really wanted in my life. I'm talking about money, I'm talking about musical instrument because I'm a musician, I'm talking about relationship. Is something that you will love it. So stay tuned until the end. Well, as I said before, what you're going to master tonight are three things. And three things that for me are the keys for living a life of purpose. So the first key number one, that's crucial, write it down. It might sound simple, but hey, check it out. Know what your purpose is. Find your purpose. Have clarity in what your purpose is. Because obviously there are hundreds, the problem is that there are hundreds and hundreds of people all over the world that they are living life day by day. They don't know what they want. I'm telling you, I'll give you an example. I was delivering, I'm actually in an hotel at the moment, and I'm in Brighton, and I'm delivering a course on helping people getting into employment from one of the companies that hire my services. And I remember speaking to this guy today, and one of the exercises that we had to do was create your 5 years plan. Create your 5 years plan. And I remember I said, okay, I'll leave it to you for 15 minutes. Think about it, write it down, and then we'll discuss. 15 minutes later, went there. There were 2 lines written on the paper. Said, well, I don't know what to do. I cannot see in 5 years. I'm like, I don't know even if I'm going to eat tomorrow. How can I plan my 5 years time? And I'm like, okay, don't worry, it's okay. Calm down. Then I asked him, if you were living in an ideal world, if you were in magic land, how would your future look like? They were like, well, if I were living in magic land, I actually what I would love to do is to take a PhD, go to university, take a PhD, and go into politics and help people and revolutionize the system of employment because it sucks. And I agree with him. That's what he was doing. That's what his heart was telling him, because he knew how painful it was coming from that situation. Right? So as soon in that moment, boom, one simple question, bang. Clarity about his 5-year plan. obviously you can go into much more details, but you have to see his eyes. It was like, wow, it was a new person. You can see his color coming up and his eyes lighting up. I gave him a hug after, because yeah, that's what I'm talking about, dude. So first of all, find your purpose. And after, I'm going to share with you 7 questions that you can use to find your purpose, your unique purpose in life. Is a system called the Purpose Awakening System that I've created. Right, so number 1, add clarity on your purpose. Number two, awaken your inner confidence. Awaken your inner confidence. Because what does it mean, awaken your inner confidence? Not just be confident in life, because confidence, as I'm going to share with you, is something external. But inner confidence in stillness inside, that you are worth it. The problem is that a lot of people are confident, and what is really confidence is experience. Write it down. There is a difference between confidence and inner confidence. Confidence is experience acquired through the repetition of a skill. So experience acquired through the repetition of a skill. So you have a skill, you practice over and over and over and over again, and then you are confident. But you see, last year we had a death that probably you remember, which is the actor Robin Williams. You can see from the outside a great confident guy, great in acting, great personality. Was he inner confident? The mask that he was able and trained to put while he was on stage has been conditioned in his life. And he died with a great pain in his heart. And how many people do you know that live their life like putting a mask? Oh yeah, everything is alright, I'm happy, that's great. And then inside they're dying. Maybe some family members, maybe some friends, maybe someone is very close to you. Very close to you. And I'll give you an example. What is the shift that happened? When I started, I remember when I was a teenager, I was heavily bullied. I was bullied from the age of probably 7 up until the age of 16. And there was not a day where I was praying that not to go to school. The guys were used to take me, beating me up, steal the things that I had, and making joke in front of me because I was fat, I was quite fat, and I was smart. And apparently, being fat and being smart as a teenager, they don't go very well together. So what I've learned to do is to put a mask, to show I am confident, I can handle this. I can show that I don't need anyone to help me. I can show that I'm fine with that. I can show that I can really compete with those bullying that are beating me up every day. Inside, I was dying. I remember spending afternoons in my room, crying, not wanting to go out, because I felt hurt inside. And that portrays up until I was 22 or 23. But one day I said, that's enough. What I really want is to be myself. What I really want is to love myself. What I really want is to be myself as I am. I don't care about the mask, I don't care about the facade, I don't care about what other people think about me. I want to be me. And I guess that drive, that night, when I was there reflecting in my room, looking at the white ceiling, something shifted in me. And this is when I realized the difference between confidence and inner confidence. As soon as I got in touch with my inner confidence, as soon as I got in touch with the perfection that is inside me, as soon as I got in touch with the stillness that said, you know what? Everything is going to be all right. You are cared, you are loved, you are held, you're not alone. Everything will happen at the right time. You are perfect as you are. That time that came to me, and that thought and that feeling sank into my heart, my life completely changed. And people changed around me. After that moment, I had to move from the catering industry. Because before, yes, I was headhunted, but I was working very successfully in the catering industry. I was managing a restaurant. I was earning more money than my mother and my father put together at the age of 19. But I was still playing a game. And I realized that I said, okay, no, this is not my career anymore. I got to change. That has been obviously a very interesting journey, right? And probably, I don't know if you have ever had a career change or if you ever had started your own business. I'm sure the DJ can confirm that it doesn't go always as we planned, right? And that was for me as well. But the feeling of inner confidence, that will help me moving through. Right. So first of all is clarity. Clarity of your purpose. Second is being inner confident. Work on your inner confidence. Leave yourself as the perfect being that you are. There is nowhere to go. There is nowhere to reach. You have already within. And that's it. Once you come from that place, you can create everything you want in life. You can attract anything you want in life. You can be, you can do, you can have anything you want in life. But first of all, you got to come to that place. And that's the second one, inner confidence. So the third one is, drum roll. Okay, the third one is abundance. The third key for living your purpose is abundance. Because you cannot fully live your purpose if you're not feeling it inside. And what is abundance really? What is really abundance? Abundance, I think, is twofold, because a lot of people want to attract abundance. There is this massive thing. I run this seminar called The Purpose to Abundance. It's a one-day experiential, highly interactive seminar where we explore the secret of attracting abundance in your life. But a lot of people ask me, so how can I attract unlimited abundance in my life? I'm like, dude, recognize what is abundant first. It's not just abundance in receiving. First of all, is abundance in giving. And I know that's a bit of cliche. I know you have heard it already, probably hundreds and hundreds of times. I'm aware of that. The question is, are you living it? Or are you just reading it? If you're living it, great. Keep doing, you're on the right track. And probably you will already see the result in your life. If you haven't seen a result in your life yet, well, that's probably because you're a bit strict also in giving. You're not fully open. And as soon as you hold yourself and you say, what can I get, instead of what can I give, the process of attracting abundance, there is like, it doesn't work. But as soon as people like DJ, you see, like he's doing amazing work. It takes a lot of hours to do that. Out of hours to outsourcing the speaker, to make sure that the platform work well, to make sure that the connection work well, to make sure that the product is ready, to make sure that he knows what we are talking about, to get the people to the everything. It takes time, but it's delivering an immense value doing this. And by doing so, he will get a lot of value. He will get a lot of abundance, no doubt. But first of all, it's about putting yourself along the line and say, you know what, I give first. In my seminar, the coaching packages that I give, people say to me, are you crazy to give so much away? I'm like, yes, I am. Because I understood that before getting, I gotta give. And when people join our courses in Purpose to Abundance, it's like, of course I'm signing up. Like, I never saw someone giving as much value as you do. Because I made a conscious decision that before getting, I want to give. And then I let people decide. That's it. I remember this as a friend of mine, and he was really asking me, how can I attract abundance in my life? I feel that I'm stuck in this scarcity mindset. There is never enough. And what I said to him, I said, first of all, what are you giving? And he said, well, what am I giving? What am I giving? Oh, what am I giving? I said, well, I'm helping my family, I suppose. I'm helping my wife. I am helping my friends. I said, yeah, what are you giving them? I said, well, I guess I'm... So there wasn't proper something that I was giving, really. But as soon as I said, okay, you know what? So now, doing something that you really love and give as much as you can. Maybe for a charitable cause. Maybe for something that you're really passionate about, but detached from the result is give as much as you can. He was unemployed when we had this conversation. After 2 months, he quadrupled. He like quadrupled the income that he had in his previous job. Why? Because while he was delivering one of the charity events for the charity I was passionate about, he got recruited from a manager of a company that saw him doing that and took him away. Said, you know what, I need you to work for me. Why? Because he was giving, and the universe somehow said, oh, you're a giver. I gotta give you back. Right, so let's recap. This is abundance, unlimited abundance. So first of all, the trick is for living a life of purpose. First of all is have clarity on what your purpose is. Second is awaken your inner confidence, live with inner confidence. Third, give and be ready to receive abundance, but give first. Right, I know many of you might thinking, okay, Simone, how can we know that you are living these principles? And who are you for saying this? And I appreciate that. So, as DJ was saying, I started a very successful career in the catering industry. But how I started that? My parents split up when I was 14, and my father was an alcoholic at the time. My mom had enough. It's been an alcoholic for 7 years. My mom did the best she could, but you can imagine how is the life living with an alcoholic person. Maybe you know someone. And so as soon as the day they split up, the situation in my house became impossible to live. So I said, you know what? I'm going. I want to say a word like the F word. I'm not saying it. We're in a webinar, but I said, Mom, I'm going. So I took charge of my life. That day I said, you know what? There is no one else I can trust. I can just trust on myself. I can take charge of my life and I can make it happen. And first of all, I wanted just a bit of money. So I went in the catering industry and I loved it. I freaking loved it. And I remember being passionate about learning, and I was the one that I was asking to everyone. And I attracted mentors. I had 3 people in particular, Enrico, Fabio, and Indio. Thank you guys. They took me and they taught me everything I had to know to become the top head waiter in my region. And at the age of 19, I was managing already a Michelin star restaurant and another restaurant of more than 300 people. Earning a lot of money, having a great life, going to nightclubs. In the meanwhile, My mom wanted me to go to university, so I was kind of going to university because I was attending some classes here and then. I was doing philosophy at the time, but let's say I loved partying more, so I was working in the evening and managing my restaurants in the evening. During the night I was partying. In the morning I was going to university. I had to drop something, and you can imagine what I dropped. Definitely dropped university. I had so much fun during that time, so I couldn't stand behind the desk. And I decided to follow my career, something that I really loved. After that decision, my mom didn't speak with me for more than 4 years. She obviously cared quite a bit about university. So we didn't speak for 4 years. I was headhunted, moved to London because someone from a Michelin star restaurant in Italy said, okay, I want you to come to work in my restaurant in London. I said, okay, right now. And I remember working in 2 years in the restaurant, and this very person one day took me in the side and told me, Simone, you know what? I believe you can do much more with your life. You're doing a great job here, but I see much more potential in you that you can realize. And in that moment I was, what? I started laughing. I said, well, I mean, you're not saying that you want me to go away? And I said, no, I know that you have much more within you that you can give. Here is a place that is too small for you. And I guess that this message is also in this moment direct to you. If you're watching this webinar, I'm looking at you. Yes, there is much more to you. Maybe you're seeing it, maybe you're not seeing it about yourself. But there is an unlimited being inside you that wants to make an impact. The very reason you're here tells me that you're the kind of person that wants to make an impact, that you're the kind of person that says, I want more from my life, and I want to have more, and I want to give more. That's the kind of mindset I had. That's the kind of change that I had. It's like, wow. So in that moment, I remember I said, okay, I got to do something different. I went online looking for how to manage restaurant, and from management, I ended up looking at blogs of personal development, and I found myself one night typing how to be happy. And the world of personal development opened to me, and I was like, boom! I love that. I heard nothing like this before, and I remember like watching documentaries over a sleepless night, reading books and watching videos that was like absorbing so much. And in that moment, I said, you know what I really want is to have a career as a coach and as a speaker. It was 3 years ago. In the meanwhile, from that decision, I resigned from my job. My grandfather died. I ended up being homeless for about 6 months because I didn't have money to pay my rent, but I wanted money for growing my business, so I started actually littering my business in a 24-hour coffee in King's Cross, St. Pancras, in a small netbook while I was homeless. And the netbook was so slow, that it took me hours to upload. But the fact is that in that moment I found my purpose. In that moment I knew what I wanted to do, and there was nothing, not even homelessness, not lack of money, not lack of resources that could stop me. When I got something, I'm like, I'm getting it. No way. And my girlfriend knows that. Maybe she's watching this webinar. I don't know. But she knows that if I want something, I'll get it. And I love you. So what I'm here to say is that once you find your purpose, there is nothing that can stop you. You have a drive. You have a force inside you that no matter what's happening around you, you're making it happen. And what my problem was at the time is that I was reading so many books, and this is what I'm going to share with you now. I was reading so many books, and in that moment, everything was saying, in order to be successful and happy, you need to know your purpose. And there was nothing that in a clear, specific way could help me finding my purpose. So I sat down in meditation one night, and boom, the program that now is called Live Your Purpose, Live Your Life was born. Part of this program is what I'm going to share with you right now, that are 7 questions that you can use to find your purpose in life. I'm going to tell you right now the 7 questions, and then you can go through them yourself at your own space. It's going to blow your mind. And a lot of people that answer those 7 questions, and I give you the framework, they're like, whoa, I got it! This is my purpose! And other people are like, oh, that's my purpose. I knew that already. Why I'm not living it? It's like the reaction is very different. But the fact is that no matter what, it always worked. I had more than 700 people going through this program and through these 7 questions, and you can find all the patterns. So now, get pen and paper ready. I'm going to share with you the 7 questions that the order of this question and the framework that there is are going to change your life. So now, question number 1. Question number 1, write it down, is what has been your biggest challenge that you have already overcome in the past? Something that will happen in the past that you've already overcome. And what did you learn from that? So that's question number 1. In the meanwhile, keep writing the answer. So what has been your biggest challenge that you have already overcome? And what have you learned from that? What did you learn from that? And for me, my biggest challenge has been overeating. And has been emotional eating. I went through anorexia, I went through bulimia, I went through emotional eating. And that's because I had a very self-destructive relationship with myself. So what I've learned in that moment was self-love and was living my purpose, because that was a reaction that I wasn't in alignment with myself. And every time I'm not in alignment with myself, those things come back. It's interesting. But what I've learned and I mastered is self-love and being loving with myself and knowing, living on path. And more I was doing, the overeating, the bulimia, all the things that were having were fading. So that's question number 1. Now we move to question number 2. Question number 2 is, what is the biggest challenge that you are facing at the moment right now? So something is already active. And what are you learning from this? What is your biggest challenge at the moment, and what are you learning from this? So what I'm saying at the moment, for me, the biggest challenge that I'm facing at the moment is business systemization. At a point where I cannot do everything by myself. And it's great getting to this point, but there is a lot more work now in order to create something where other people can take on board. This is why at the moment I'm recruiting coaches and helping them, training them in my program so they can deliver it for me as well. But creating those systems, trust you me, oh my God, it gave me so much an headache, because for me, I'm a blue sky thinker. I'm like this kind of people, very visionary, but don't give me the details, please. And what I'm learning now at the moment is to embrace also the detailed part of me, is to embrace the fact, and it might sound silly, but for me it's very tough. Sit down, creating the system, creating all the copies, creating all this project, and it's something that I didn't have to do before, because before I had an idea, boom, that was happening in my business, and that's it. And now it's different. Another challenge that I had recently has been learning accounting. Oh my God, and I'm still going through that. My first company has been closed by Company House because I didn't submit my account. Company House closed my bank account and I lost all my money. Great learning. It wasn't the happiest moment of my life, I can guarantee. But what I've learned is learn accountancy, because you cannot run a business if you're not on top of your finances. So I'm going now through different accountants and accountancy course and updating everything. And again, it's a challenge, it's a stretch for me. But hey, yo, that's life. Let's grow. Bring it on. Okay, so question number 2, what is your biggest challenge right now and what are you learning from that? So what I'm learning from that is embracing my detail part, because I know that I can develop that. So taking the time to develop that part of me. Question number 3, what makes you upset the most in life? What makes you upset the most in life? And why? The key is in the why. So if there is one thing that makes you upset the most in life, could be about yourself, could be about other people. But what I'm saying to you is that if there is something that makes you upset, is something that maybe is part or either of your purpose, so something that gives you drive for change, or is something that you got to work on yourself. And one thing that makes me really upset in life is, as you can imagine, bullying. Like bullying is, oh my God, I cannot really stand people that are like bullying and bullying other people. I cannot stand that. This is why I'm campaigning and working in a lot of schools with a lot of teenagers at the moment to prevent bullying in school, to prevent bullying in school. And that's part of my call. Why? But how do I get the drive? Because I've been there. That makes me upset. That makes me angry. And I'm turning that energy, because I don't want to stay in that energy, as no, it's not me. I'm turning that energy in positive change, in a force for good, in a drive for good. So why is that? Because I've been through that, and it's shit. Dot. Then, so that's question number 3. What makes you upset? And then we have question number 4, which is what makes you happy? What one thing that makes you happiest the most, and why? So I show you one thing. Here, as you can see, I've got my didgeridoo. Right? I'm in a hotel room, and everywhere I go, I bring my didgeridoo and the other 4 instruments that I'm playing. The reason why, it makes me happy. There is no reason why. It's just something that makes me happy for no reason. Before I went for a workout, I do a bit of breakdancing and parkour, very early stages. Why? Because it makes me happy. I don't care. And I want you to understand that the things that makes you happy are there for a reason. And the reason is just freaking do them. Okay? It's not rocket science. Makes you happy, do it, your life will be happier. Oh! Ting! Discover the hot water. Yes. So create the time in your life to do what makes you happy. Doesn't matter how busy you are. It doesn't matter how many things are going on in your life. You can make up all the excuses that you want. I know. And I'm the first one. I make up so many excuses sometimes. I'm too tired, I'm too this, I'm to go to my work, I have to update my account. So that's my new excuse. I've got to update my account. And at the same time, the quality of my life is affected by the fact of me not playing the didgeridoo, because something makes me happy. So freaking do what makes you happy. Now we are on question number 5. Question number 5 are, what are your 3 most important values? What are your 3 most important values in life? As value, we intend your subconscious drive, something that is a feeling, something that you care about the most, something that is really important for you. Could be success, could be connection, could be love, could be empathy, could be gratitude, could be adventure, could be fun, whatever is for you. What are the 3 most important values for you? For me, my 3 most important values are fun, growth, and social responsibility. I don't do anything in my life if it doesn't bring me fun, because I know if I don't have fun, I switch off. I get bored if I don't have fun in my life. It's my highest value. And my teachers, when I was in primary school or secondary school, maybe didn't resonate that much with that value, because I was always to have fun, and this is why I didn't like school. It was boring. But now I'm able to make choices. I'm an adult. I can take choices for my life without caring about what my parents think or what my friends think or what. It's my life. So I can choose, okay, is this giving me fun or not? If not, I don't do that. Or if it's not giving me fun, but it's something that is important for me to do, like my accounts, I make sure I create some fun along the way. I make sure maybe I have some music around, or I have some motivational tapes that I'm listening while I'm doing my accounts. Something that can keep me a beat and not falling down. And I remember having a conversation with my girlfriend a couple of days ago. And she was like, why are you so tired? I'm like, you're always buzzing and full of energy. Like, yeah, I did 5 hours of admin. I'm like, my energy is is that. But this is me, right? Hey, yo. So fun, growth, I do just what makes me grow, and in life, my personal and professional life, and I make sure that my choices makes good in the world. Social responsibility. I was an ex-activist. I was campaigning in front of St. Paul and sleeping rough in the Occupy movement. One of the choices, one of the reasons why I became vegan, and I make sure that also in my company, we make choices based on what is the impact that our choices have in the world on other people's life. Obviously, you cannot be perfect, but at least you can do something, and this for me. Right, so follow your values, because you know that by following your values, you are in alignment with your purpose. Very simple. Then we have question number 6, and question number 6 is, imagine yourself in the future, and then we have the last 2 questions, and then we wrap up. Imagine yourself in the future. You're in front of your grandchildren. Oh, sweet. Your grandchildren, they are there. If there is one message, one single message that you can say to them that can inspire them to live a happier, more joyful, and more fulfilled life, what would that message be? Think about that for a second. One single message to your grandchildren, what would that message be? And my message is live your purpose. Live your purpose, live your life. That's my message. Because just by living your purpose, you can fully live your life. Find why you're here and make the action to make it happen. Live your purpose in every single area of your life. You cannot imagine the things that will happen to you. And I'll give you an example about this. By living this message and by making this change and living my purpose in every single area of my life, 1 year ago, we started our company, and a lot of people saw me and my business partner as naive, as yeah, they're just like a bunch of motivated guys that will never make it. We have people coming to us and really say, why are you even doing this? But you know what? I was living my purpose. I don't care. I keep going. And now in just 1 year, and 1 year ago, my career as a speaker wasn't as it is now. Now I'm traveling all over UK. I'm running seminars in front of hundreds of people. I'm hired everywhere. It's crazy. I couldn't even expect that. In such a, I knew it would happen, but I didn't know it would happen in such a short period of time. What I was doing, I was focusing on what I wanted and putting the work in. That's it. And then somehow things are happening, like this webinar here. If I have to think 1 year ago, I would never do that. I mean, I would never think about the opportunity of someone calling me and ask me to do a webinar, a global webinar. But now it's like, what's next? Right? So that's by living your message. So if there is this message, what would you say to your grandchildren? Now, question number 7. We have a last question. Now, question number 7 is incredible. It's something that probably, I don't know if you've ever done this before. For some people, can get them very emotional. For some others, like, yeah, whatever. One day or another, you're gonna die. I'm gonna die. We are gonna die. That's life. I mean, our physical body. Then, if you believe in reincarnation, that's another story. But hey, yo, that's life. Make peace with that. Okay, if you're scared of that, yeah, get over it. So, having said that, imagine yourself last day of your life. Last day of your life. If there's one thing you would like to be remembered for, that you have done for other people, for that you have created in this world, what would that be? One thing that you have created in this world, what would that be? And for me, what drives me is to create a GTEx Foundation. As a DJ mentioned before, my company is called GTEx, that stands for Growing Together Exponentially. And what we do, we empower people living fully their true purpose in life, in order so they can make money doing what they love and live a life of fulfillment and passion every single day. And one of our core projects that we are going to have in the next few years is our GTEx Foundation. Me and my business partner are very young. I'm 26, my business partner is 26 as well. And he's the trainer of Adecco, which is the biggest recruitment agency in UK, the sales trainer for them. And one of the things that we had was the struggle while we were creating our own business. Obviously, being a young entrepreneur, you got to live, you got to pay your bills, you got to eat, and either you choose to have a full-time job, either you choose like me to be homeless, or to have a part-time job. These are the three alternatives if you don't have enough money to start. So what we want to do, we want to create a house, and a series of houses actually, where we can host the young people that want to create social enterprises to make so an enterprise that can make good in the world and in the community, where we can give them food and accommodation for free so they can focus on make this world a better place to live. We are already saving for that. We have already, I think, probably £1,000 on the side for that, and obviously more our revenue grow, more we can put aside, because we are putting 10% away of what we earn, not just profit, but of every single revenue that we have, 10%, 10%, 10%. So now we have around £1,000, and it's been phenomenal. Just seeing that with that money we can create something. It's still early stages, something meaningful, but it's something that all the people that join our community, they are going to be part of that. So that's what I want to create. What do you want to create? Now, I have to wrap up, and I think, yeah, DJ, how are we for time? Do you have to wrap up, or do I have a few minutes?
We're good. We're good. Just get on with it. Get on with it, Smil. We're okay. Just keep doing what you're doing. Loving it.
Okay, you said so. I get a couple of minutes more, and then I'm going to share you something that is going to change your life forever. So, to recap what we have covered tonight. Tonight we have covered what are the three pillars, the three keys to live your purpose in life. And first of all is find your freaking purpose. And we did that through the exercise. So what I want you to do is to do all the 7 questions, because just through that you will find exactly how you're going to find your life purpose, right? Then I'm going to give you at the end a framework where you can put all the questions and get the full purposes. This is what I do one-to-one with my clients. So what my clients have one-to-one, they pay hundreds of pounds, you have it for free. How amazing is that? I would have to be something more to my clients now, otherwise they're going to kill me. Anyway, so now what is it we covered? Find your purpose, first of all. Second, live with inner confidence. Live with inner confidence. See yourself as the beautiful, gorgeous, great being that you are. Great. Third, create abundance. Create abundance means give abundance and be open to receive abundance. Then after that, we went through I shared a bit more about my story, and I hope my story is not about to say how great I am. Oh, look at him, he came from an alcoholic family, he was homeless, blah blah blah, all this bullshit around. But hopefully it made you think that it doesn't matter where you are right now. You can have nothing, or you can be a millionaire. it doesn't matter. Follow your purpose, follow your dream, follow your passion. If you do that consistently with the right help and the right support, you will be able to transform your life around in less than a year. And I guarantee for that. Maybe for some of you there might be a bit more of work, but in less than a year you can do that, right? It depends really on where you are. I had people that took 3 years. I had people that took 4 months. I personally, from the beginning of my journey, I took 4 years in total. But the last year, as soon as I focused on my purpose, boom, things happened. So everyone has his own time. But my invitation to you is to focus on your journey. Focus on your journey, and you will get your purpose, and you will create the life that you really want. And then after that, we covered the 7 questions. So now, if you want to review the 7 questions, and you want to have a template and a frame where you can really understand on how you can make sense of what your purpose is through those questions, because I'm aware this is something that we cover in Live Your Purpose, Live Your Life, and it takes probably about 2 hours to 3 hours and a half in our advanced courses. And I know I don't have time to do it with you. However, I have a free training online video where, let me show you, is going to be here. If I can get it right, yes. So is it up, DJ? Yes. Okay. So you can see here on the right of your screen, you can download a free training video that will guide you through the 7 questions a bit more in details, and will give you also the framework where you can put your purpose into that and make sense of the whole project. Obviously, I had a lot to deliver, and I love to speak, as you know. And Purpose to Abundance, my one-day seminar now is 7 hours. I actually changed the venue just because I could have more time, and now it's going to be 13 hours. So I'm able to deliver what I really want to deliver. So as you know, I'm here I'm a machine with that. So if you're interested about really knowing your purpose and complete the process, living a life of inner confidence, we covered that as well, and attract unlimited abundance in your life. And you can download now your free program, and I'll be more than happy to see you on the other side. Some of these videos are a bit quirky, and you'll have a lot of fun along the way, I guarantee you. Okay, DJ, I think that's all for me, unless anyone have any question or you have any question.
Awesome, Simone. That was absolutely amazing, guys. I did promise you that this is a guy who's hugely passionate about living on purpose and living a meaningful life. And I'm sure you can see that passion literally flowing through as he was sharing here. Now, if you do have questions, just type those questions in the chat box, and I'll make sure that we'll get your questions answered. I mean, the core of what Simone's sharing here is you need to have meaning. Let your life live a meaningful life. And I'm so excited. I mean, I was just listening to what you were sharing there, and about your journey, and over the last year how you made that decision. You walked away from your job and you took a risk and you poured yourself into something, and then you saw things begin to happen, and it's just amazing. And this is 2015, and I'd really like us to take on board what we heard here, go back and listen to this again. Now, there was a lot that was shared here tonight. I mean, I like Simone's style, and but he shared a lot. He did share a lot here, and you really want to go back and listen to this. If you took notes, go back and refer to your notes and ponder some of these questions and these steps, and take each one of them and just ponder and start looking at how you can adapt and apply these in your life, and to live a purposeful, meaningful life, and to live a life that is focused and driven by that whole thing about making a difference in your world and being fulfilled and doing what you love. I mean, Simone, that was absolutely wonderful. I knew this was going to be great, and I'm so glad that you've done such an amazing job, and I'm really hoping that those of us who are here tonight, or if you're watching the replay or listening to the replay, like I say, it's not what you know that counts, it is what you do with what you know. So this is really phenomenal stuff. For some people, what we've heard here tonight is going to make this year absolutely phenomenal. For some people, it's just going to be good listening. That's totally up to you. It's what you do with what you hear that really is going to make the difference. So just click, get that download, the free video, find your purpose in 7 easy steps, and download it, watch the videos, go through it, and again, just take action. Thanks for giving us this. Thanks for sharing this wonderful gift with us, Simona. Really, really appreciate it. Thanks for taking time. I know you're out on the road at the moment, and you still were able to, to make sure you showed up tonight to do this.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. And if I can finish on a note regarding New Year's acceleration. I remember that at the beginning of my journey were this kind of summit that I was attending, all of them, telesummit, speaker summit, everything. And I remember buying a couple of them because what they helped me with is constant reinforcement. I'm on the tube, I'm listening to something. I'm in my car, I'm listening to something. Well, in my car, I don't have a car, but when I drive a car, if you get what I mean. I'm walking, I'm listening to something. I'm in the bath, I'm listening. I'm like a sponge. And those webinars and those summits that I did, the variety and the complexity, and it was so complete that changed my life forever. So I hope you take also what DJ is offering you in serious consideration, because if you listen one, it's great. If you listen twice, it's better. If you listen 3 times, you can get something. If you listen 4 times, it start getting there. If you listen 5 times, it's there. You listen 10 times, boom, you are ready to rock. There is nothing that can stop you, and obviously DJ can confirm that.
I mean, and that's a crucial thing. Now, I'll quickly share with us, and we're going to end in the next 3 minutes or so. And because I know for some of us it's quite late, for some of you it's early in the morning, and you want to get on with your day. Now, first thing is, how do you make the most of New Year Acceleration? How do you make the most of this? And I'm just going to share with you from those who've attended previous sessions, who've gone on to really utilize what they've learned and how it's worked for them. These are the key things I've observed. Number 1, attend every single session. Now, that's a big ask, I know. The 10 different sessions, that is a lot. But I do promise you there's something about being somewhere live. There's just something about being there in the moment that's magical. There's I would call it a spirit, in the atmosphere. When you are there live, there's something significantly special about being there live. And that's why I strongly recommend you show up live for every single session. Number 2, take notes. Please take notes. Yes. Even if you're getting the recordings, and I will recommend you get the recordings, there is something about writing something down in your own handwriting, right? So take notes. These are your own personal notes. This is this person and what I have received from what they've shared. Take notes. Take loads of notes. Sit down with a pen and a notepad. If you're using a mobile device, a tablet, that's fine. But just make sure you take lots of notes. Number 3 is listen. Like Simone said, listen to this stuff over and over again. Don't listen just the one time, say, wow, this is really good, this is exceptional, this is inspiring. And it is good because we've got really amazing speakers and trainers. So it will be inspiring, it will be brilliant stuff, but that's not the way it works. It just doesn't work from listening to something just the one time. You want to listen to it again. Yes, there's no point. First of all, I'm going to recommend you get the recordings, but there's no point getting the recordings and having them sit on your hard drive or sitting on your mobile, on your phone. Like Simone said, he was everywhere listening to this stuff. It's transformational stuff when you listen to it over and over and over and over and over. And then finally, take action. Take action. It's not what you know that makes a difference. It's what you do with what you know. There are so many people out there in the world today. I mean, I'm going to be sharing something later on with a few people about something I observed in the business world. Is there's very few people have knowledge, and very few of the people who have knowledge take action on what they know. I'll say that again. Very few people have knowledge, and very few of the people who actually do have knowledge take action on what they know. And there's no point. No, if you don't know, if you know something and you don't do anything about it, you are no different from the person who doesn't know anything at all. So, step 1, attend every session. Step 2, take loads of notes. Step 3, make sure you listen to the recordings over and over. And finally, go out there and implement, and let's make 2015 an absolutely phenomenal year. Very quickly, just before we end, I will share with us how to go if you haven't. If you've already subscribed to get the recordings, then you would have already had access to the last 4 sessions, okay? If you haven't, just go now, and you can access every single session right now for $1. You pay $1 now and lock it in, and after 30 days, you basically just pay $37. At the end of the event, it goes up to $97. But right now, you can get every single session of New Acceleration International Web Summit, the videos, and at the end of it, you'll get the audio MP3s as well for $37. So just click the link in the chat section now. Go ahead and pay $1, and as soon as you do that, after 30 days, you get charged $37. Straight away, as soon as you make that payment, you'll have access to the recordings of the sessions from day 1 and day 2. And by this time tomorrow, you'll have the sessions from today in there as well. We had one session number 5 earlier, and we've just had session number 6 with Simone. Next session, day number 4, is Monday. You don't want to miss Monday, the 26th of January. So we have, and I'll just quickly run through these. We have Rita Okoye. Now, Rita is someone who I know personally. She is a publicity and marketing specialist. She has a strong background in media. She worked with Channel 4. She worked with a few magazines here in the UK. She did a lot of work working with the BBC here in marketing. Now, she lives in Nigeria at the moment, and over there she runs a publicity and marketing consultancy. She helps organizations, especially with traditional social media. She does a lot of work with social media, but she also does a lot of strong work with traditional media. Now, right now, everyone's going on and on about social media, and everyone's forgetting how powerful traditional media is. Now, and if you run a business or you plan to grow a business, she's going to be sharing with us how to use the power of the media to build your brand and extend your reach this year. You definitely want to attend this. She understands media. She's worked in that industry. She's served clients in that industry. And I've seen her work. I've seen her get people published. I've seen her get people media exposure. Her work is phenomenal. And so she's going to be running that first session number 7, 8 p.m. UK, 3 p.m. Eastern time. And then session number 8 is how to transition from we to me after relationship breakdown. And that's with Zena now. Now, if you've gone through a relationship breakdown, if you know anyone who may have gone through a relationship breakdown, maybe they've been in a long-term relationship, which probably didn't work, and they're in a place where they're low, there's a bit of a disconnect. She's going to be helping us, helping people who are in that situation to transition from we to me. That's a powerful session. So if there's anybody who's hurt, who feels hurt or broken, or maybe even damaged, and they're coming into we're in a new year, that is a session that they most definitely want to attend. So we've got 2 really amazing sessions on Monday the 26th. So definitely look out for those. You'll get the link sent to you, and make sure you show up. Thanks everybody for being a part of this. Really, really excited. Once again, Simone, thank you very much for being amazing for coming along to share your amazing knowledge and experience. You're only 26. Gosh, I wish it was where you are when I was 26. That's hugely, hugely inspiring, guys. So thanks everyone for showing up. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Enjoy the rest of your day, and don't forget Monday. Now, do me a favor, NYAAcceleration.com. Promote it. Go on to Facebook right now and talk about this event, and just share NYAAcceleration.com that people should register so they can show up. We've got 4 more sessions. And my intention is to reach as many people as we can reach and add value to them and change their lives. And I'd love you guys to partner with us, and let's make that happen. Enjoy the rest of your evening, night, day, or morning, as the case may be, and see you on Monday. God bless and bye for now.
Bye. Love you.